Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm Steve from UCAN English Tutoring, a pioneer institution that has been helping more than 13,000 students to achieve their desired scores in IELTS, PT, and OET examinations since 2008. And today I have invited Joshma, one of my students, who recently appeared in her OET reading subtest and achieved 360, which is the B grade. That is the mandatory requirement for her to apply for CAP admission in New Zealand, using which she must be able to pass her nursing registration and start working as a registered nurse in New Zealand. First of all, I would like to congratulate you, Joshma. You have done a wonderful job, and your success made my day. I went to sleep very well. On the day I heard about your success. Achieving 360 in reading after failing a couple of attempts isn't an easy task, but you made it convincingly and with ease. First of all, I would like to congratulate you on your grand success, Joshma. And thank you so much, for coming here to share your strategies that you have followed in your examination to achieve your target score.
Congratulations.
Sir, thank you so much for inviting me to the session. And also, firstly, I was not interested in OET because I didn't know how it was. Then later on, I came to know that many of my friends told that there is something called OET exam so that we can move to European countries and many other countries. So I was just watching YouTube videos and all those things. Then I found it interesting. Then I took one online coaching and I started practicing and I gave my exam, but I could not clear my reading. So after that, I thought of seeing other videos, and still I was not confident because everywhere the tips were similar. Like all YouTube channels, all the tutorials, the tips were similar. Then luckily, I came across UCAN tutorials, and the first video which I saw itself was the review video, and I was really interested. I wanted to know more about it, so I just contacted you, sir, and you have given me many strategies and tips. So that helped me a lot to clear my reading.
Wow, that is amazing. And did
Yeah.
you think that you are able to score 350 and above in your reading when you have contacted me?
Uh, yes, sir. Once first I talked to you in WhatsApp. So the first talk itself, I was confident that I would pass because the way you interacted with me was really friendly, and I got motivation from you, and it was really good.
Wow, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay, can I ask you some questions regarding your first examination?
Yeah, sure, sir.
What went wrong in your reading exam when you have appeared in the first attempt where you scored 320, which is really close to the target score?
Yes, sir. Thing is, I could not complete my part A within the time limit, like 15
Wow.
minutes. It was really hard for me. And also the question, like I was nervous as well, but still, even the part B and C also, the questions were confusing, like the options were confusing between the two options which are there, like in out of four, like two options were very confusing to choose which is the right one.
Hmm.
So that was the difficult part, I think so. And yeah.
Okay. Did you miss any
Mm.
questions in part A of the reading when you have appeared for the first time?
No, sir, I didn't miss, but I know that some answers were wrong because I did not get the time, something I wrote. So I did not miss anything, but I knew something was wrong.
And what about part B and C of your first examination? Were you able to complete them on time, or did you miss any questions?
No, I completed, sir, but last few questions, like I was not able to answer. There was no time limit, and I just marked something because I knew it should not be left blank. Like luckily, if I get, so I just marked.
Okay, so after your first attempt,
Yeah.
did you take coaching from anyone else, or did you appear yourself?
No, sir, not yet. I did not take any coaching. I just went and wrote because, and I did not practice also because I thought the first one would be enough, and I just wrote, but I
Okay.
could not clear. Yeah.
And what was your score in the second time when you appeared?
300, sir.
Wow. I can imagine, how much depression you may
Mm.
get when your scores go down from 320 to 320 to 300, and now your score jumped from, let's say, 300 to 360 in the third attempt after getting my course. How did you feel now after scoring 360 in reading?
I was really happy, sir. Even my family members all were happy looking at my marks because
Wow.
I was not expecting. Yeah, I
Mm,
had some confidence, but still, since the second time I could not clear, that nervousness was there when I was opening my result. So,
okay.
but I was really happy. Yeah.
Yeah, 360 is more than your target score, isn't it? You needed only
Mm,
350, but you scored
yeah.
360, which is amazing. And this time,
Mm,
were you able to have enough time to go through part A, B, and C? Did you get more time to do them? Were you
yes,
able to
sir.
answer all the
Yes.
questions comfortably?
Yes, sir. First, part A was it was good question paper actually. It was easier, and also I followed all your strategies and tips, whatever you gave me.
Mm.
And after completing my 20 questions, I had 4 minutes left.
Wow,
So
amazing. Oh
it
my
was,
God.
and I was shocked that 4 minutes are still left.
Wow.
I thought I did something wrong. How come I have left still 4 minutes? Then I
Okay,
went through
okay,
again if anything is
okay.
wrong, and
Good.
it was finished.
Okay. Did you change any answers, during that 4 minute leisure time?
No, sir, I did not change, but maybe some handwriting or some spellings which I have I thought something is wrong. I just changed that one. Only so
Amazing.
much.
Wow. From
Yeah.
the moment where you didn't finish, part A on time, or where you were just writing down some answers for the sake
Mm-hmm.
of writing, to having
Mm-hmm.
4 minutes spare time is a huge transformation, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So what happened to you, to achieve this milestone? I mean, how did my strategy help you out? And what is your opinion regarding the quality of my OET reading materials?
It's really good, sir. And like whichever materials I had before, it was completely different. Which materials you gave me is different. Like it was I think it was more tougher because I could not score 20 out of 20. It was maybe somewhere around 16 or
That's
17 when I was practicing.
that's good.
So,
That's good.
so yeah.
Mm.
So
Even
it
I
was
told you,
easier.
yeah, even I told you,
Yeah.
okay,
Hmm.
that you need to, if you can get at least 18 out of 20 in my question paper, you are able to definitely crack, part A of the reading, isn't it? Do you remember those things?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
and
I remember.
I keep the maximum difficulty levels in my question paper so that my students will be able to still achieve 350 in spite of the difficulty levels that they get in their actual OET reading subtest, for example. And you are one of the perfect examples, and I'm so happy to hear that you have been able to have additional time in part A of the reading. Were you able to predict the answers even before you start going through the text?
Yes, sir, because you have taught like some adverbs and those things. So I knew like this kind of answer might be for this. So
Exactly.
it was easy.
Nice.
Good. And how did you handle part B of the reading this time?
Part B, first of all, when I was practicing, sir, with your materials, it was tough for me.
Mm.
But and also you had taught many strategies for part B as well. So that helped me a lot, like to choose the answers.
Mhm. I know,
Yeah.
see, one of the biggest issues regarding the materials available online is that they lack the difficulty levels. I mean, those
Mm-hmm.
materials that you're practicing, whether it is for part A or part B or part C, are unfortunately the ones where they copy and paste the words from the text in the question paper. Okay, so which is not really good, because in the actual OET examination, they are going to rephrase all the information from the text when you have to answer the questions, isn't it? And this is exactly what I have done in my question paper, so that people can achieve their desired scores even in the worst case scenarios. And you have done a wonderful job, Joshma. I'm very happy with that. And previously, you told that you were getting confusion to choose the correct options among the two choices,
Mm-hmm.
and you were able to
Yes.
eliminate the remaining choice easily in part B,
Mm-hmm.
isn't it? So
Yes, sir.
can you please tell me what kinds of strategies did you apply to ensure you achieve your desired scores?
So you had taught like 6 strategies there.
Yep.
So those things I applied on those, like minute things, like where not,
Yes.
like for example, yeah,
Yep.
some things like that.
Perfect. Yeah.
Like
Sounds good.
yeah.
Yep. And during your practice test, how much score did you get in part B out of 6?
Part B, so sometimes I used to get 4 or 5, and
Okay.
it depends on the materials also because some are tougher, so I used to get only 2 or 3.
Oh my goodness. But now you
Yeah.
have got 360, which is amazing. And what
Mhm.
did you follow to ace the part C of the reading?
Same like part B only, sir. Even there, I used to find difficult before to choose
Mm,
the answers.
mm.
But I think part B and C, I used all same strategies, so it was easier.
Perfect. It's because of the
Yeah.
question type, isn't it? Because you do
Mm.
get multiple choice questions among both
Mm-hmm.
parts. Am I right? And were
Yes,
you
sir.
able to have additional time in part B and C, or did you rush in the last minute to choose the choices this time in part
Uh,
B and C?
no, sir. The time was perfect. Like a few minutes were left. That's maybe
Wow.
2 or 3 minutes were left.
That is amazing. That's really amazing. I'm happy
Yeah.
to hear that. So, which
Mm-hmm.
means you were able to comfortably complete part A, B, and C of the reading subtest, which is really good, and you have got some
Mm-hmm.
spare time as well, isn't it? So,
Yes,
I
yes.
just would like to ask you whether you can or anyone can achieve their desired scores without knowing the right strategies or without applying the right strategies under the guidance of a good quality trainer with the good quality
Mm-hmm.
materials such as the ones I provided to you.
Mm-hmm. No, sir. Like I think for to pass this exam, I think everyone needs a guidance.
Mm,
Maybe there are exceptional, like they can
mm,
achieve, but
mm.
I think the mentoring is a must.
Yeah, definitely. You said it really
Yeah.
very well. Especially
Mm-hmm.
when you don't achieve your desired scores in your first attempt, I strongly recommend you to find out a good quality trainer, get good quality materials, and there are 6 elimination strategies that you have to apply on part B and part C of the reading subtest. So if you don't know the strategies, that's going to make you really get confused between two choices. You may be able to eliminate the remaining choices quite easily, but you may be stuck at two choices among which both of them are going to be very close to each other. I mean, they may look like the same, but they are actually different. And those kinds of clues can be only available when you start applying the elimination strategies which I have taught, and I'm so happy about it.
Very happy.
So now I would like to ask you some questions in relation to the other question types and sections as well. How did you
Okay.
score 370 in your listening subtest?
Listening, sir, it was like when I was practicing also, I was more interested into it because it was easy for me. So when I was practicing also, I used to get about 30 in it. So I didn't find any difficulty with listening, sir.
Perfect. Yeah, that's really good. And
Yeah.
what kinds of strategies did you follow in part A, B, and C? Can you please provide a bit of overview on them?
Sir, actually, listening was done by myself. I did not
Okay.
take any coaching for that,
Yeah, that's good.
especially the listening and reading, because
Yep.
first time I took coaching only for writing and speaking. That's it.
Okay.
So listening is like I did by myself. So no strategies were applied because I don't know. Just whatever I was hearing, I just wrote. It was
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
Apart from practicing the materials, did you follow anything else? For example, listening to ABC healthcare podcasts and things like that?
No, sir, I was just watching some English movies.
Okay, that's good.
So only so much. Nothing else I did for it.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah, then
And
I was watching some YouTube channels for it.
okay, perfect. And you have
Yeah.
scored 318 speaking, which is again a great score. I
Mm-hmm.
definitely believe everyone would like to achieve, 380 or more than 400
Mm-hmm.
in their attempt. What kinds
Mm.
of strategies did you follow in speaking, and how many practice tests did you do? I mean, role plays and things like that before you appeared
Role
in your first exam.
plays, yeah. Role plays, I was doing like maybe I did maybe 20. And when I was practicing, I was not confident because I was worried like what kind of task I will get. And when I appeared for the exam, my examiner was like, she was not answering or asking questions and nothing. So I had to ask her, and she was not talking, because when
Mm.
I got a training, my trainer told that you will have a conversation between both.
Yes.
Like even
Yes.
even the mentor will ask you the question, and even you will be answering, and you
Yep.
will ask them question. But
Yep.
in my case, it was completely different, because she
Yep.
did not ask me anything, and repeatedly I was asking her, if you understood, I should I explain you something more, like that.
Exactly.
So it was like only I was talking in the task. It was like that. So I was like, I thought maybe something, I'm doing something wrong or something, but finally I got a good result.
Well, okay. One of the biggest challenges, for many students is that sometimes you
Mm.
may get uncooperative patient or the interlocutor who is not
Oh,
going to
yes.
ask you any questions at all, but you have to voluntarily ask those questions. You have to tell them, okay, would you like me to elaborate, this information? Would you like to hear something? So you have to do your part very well, and you are the leader of the conversations. Please remember this always throughout your role play conversation. You have to initiate so many things yourself. If the interlocutor is not asking you, or the interlocutor is not initiating the conversation, so please understand that, and you have done a wonderful job. I'm so happy with that. Were you able to complete all the subtasks of the role play cards on time, Joshma?
Yes, sir, I completed, because the examiner also told me that when there is time is getting up, she will inform me. So it was like I knew that she's not conversing with me. So I was just looking at the task, and I completed everything, and it was perfect, like within the time.
Wow, that's amazing. And
Yeah.
you have scored 320 in writing in your first attempt itself.
Hmm.
What is your experience with the writing during the examination, and how many letters did you do? Did you get a chance to watch the YouTube videos on my channel and so on for writing?
Uh, Sir, actually, I watched other YouTube channels because I didn't know about you. Only
Mm,
then, after when I lost in reading, only I started looking, and I came across your channel.
okay,
So writing was only through my previous online coacher,
okay,
and it was like he taught me many strategies as well for writing, and he was
perfect.
correcting the papers.
That's
Yeah,
good.
but still, I should have scored B in that, but
Yep.
I don't know how come.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
maybe
that's
something was lacking.
But
Yeah.
that's the minimum score you required, isn't it? I mean, you got more than 300,
Yes, sir.
which is more than enough,
Mm,
to get the CAP
yes.
nursing admission in New Zealand, which is really great.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm so happy to hear that. All right. So, did you imagine that you listen to a student success story on my YouTube channel, and now someone else is going to listen to your success story on my YouTube channel as well? What a
No, sir.
great thing,
I
isn't it?
was just,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Isn't it? That's really good, right? So it gives
yeah.
me, goosebumps, because there were so many
Mhm,
students who actually approached me after hearing others' success stories, and they later
mhm.
gave the success stories to other students as well. So it's really
Yeah.
amazing, to hear those kinds of things, and I'm so happy to hear your success story, Joshma.
So glad you finally made it!
Yes. First of all, congrats.
Thank you.
I want to know how you used to do speaking practice.
Speaking, yeah, speaking.
Yeah,
I used to take role plays with my online coaching. Through that, and I used to listen to some. I used to see some YouTube videos as well. Then even at home when I'm practicing, I used to practice myself. Like I used to record and check if my vocabularies or grammar and pronunciation, everything was perfect or what. That's the way I practiced.
oh, nice. Thank you.
Do you
Mm.
have any other questions, Abita?
No, sir. No.
All right. Thank you so much, Abita. Chintal, would you like to ask any questions?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Hello, Joshma. First of all,
Hi,
congratulations for the
thank you so
getting your
much.
desired score. We are
Yeah,
so
thank you
happy
so
to
much.
heard your journey. So I
Yeah,
just want to
thank you.
ask you two questions. So first is that
Yeah.
during your practicing time, how many reading tests have you completed approximately?
I have done many actually because I was finding difficult with reading only. So it was
Mhm.
like I used to practice morning, evening, and whenever I get time during my work also I used to practice. So I don't have a correct number, but I used to practice every time.
Maybe more than
But I
50 or
used to not
100?
Yeah.
yeah, maybe
Maybe
more
50.
than
Okay.
that, sir. Yeah,
Okay, wow, that's
Oh,
amazing.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you
yeah,
so much, Joshma. And
welcome.
second question, just can
Yeah.
you tell me some important tips to complete the reading party within a 10 minutes of timing? Because when we heard from you, so I'm so
Mhm.
exciting, to listen from you. That's
Yeah,
amazing. So, yeah.
yeah. Tips in the sense when you're practicing itself, you need to set the time for. I was practicing for 13 minutes actually, but sir's
Okay.
materials to complete within 13 minutes, it's really difficult. So I used to
Difficult,
not
yes.
get yeah, full
I
18,
know.
but other materials when I was keeping for 13, I was getting it.
Yes.
So that is the way I practice, and also whatever the strategies, everything I used. But starting, it was difficult for me to practice those strategies because it was new
Mhm,
to me and I had never heard before.
Mm.
So
mhm,
then slowly I tried to practice, and it was
mhm.
good.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Thank
think
you
I'm
so
I'm
much,
so
Joshma.
cruel. I think I'm so cruel in designing the question papers with the most difficulty levels, isn't it, Joshma? But it is
Yes,
definitely
Yes, sir.
helpful in any way. And
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, all right. And how many lessons did you take from me, Joshma, for your reading? Do you remember approximately?
So it was, I think, maybe 12 or
10.
13.
All congratulations, Joshma, for clearing your OET exam.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, actually, I just want to ask how many hours you did study every day and how you divide your four modules on daily basis, means writing, reading, speaking, and listening. How you make a timetable or scheduling every and focusing on each and every module.
Mhm. Okay, actually, I had taken a vacation of 1 month. I'm working in Kuwait, so I did not go to India. I just focused on it. So morning, I used to complete like listening and reading, and like I used to leave some gap after that because you cannot stress your mind everything on that. Then I think it will not work. So evening again, I used to practice some writing and speaking. So I used to do like two modules.
Thank you for this opportunity. Congratulations, Josna. And I'm very
Thank you so
happy that
much.
you have got good score. And really, I'm personally feeling like though I have passed or cleared my exam after listening to your success story.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
I just want to know one thing, like, what was the difference, like, for the first attempt and for the third attempt you have done, and what were the mistake? If you could go back and if you can, rectify it, what was the major mistakes you can do it? Because there are many students, like, many members, they
Mhm,
were attempting once and twice and thrice. So it would be
mhm,
helpful for all of us, like, to avoid, identify those mistakes and avoid and achieve in first attempt. I
mhm.
hope I'm clear.
Yeah. Actually, thing is, the strategies which Sir has taught, I never heard about it before. So those things only I applied, and I could achieve this score actually this time. And also, I used to practice a lot for reading, and I think even the confidence level also, like when I was attempting for the second time, I was not at all confident because I did not practice more, and I just wanted to clear. That's the reason I went and gave the exam. But third time I was like I was nervous as well, but since I got the classes from sir, and he had motivated and motivated too much that he said me that you will pass, do not worry about it. So that's the reason, and also I know the strategies and I got more tips from sir, and that is the reason I think I passed this time.
On top of that, I would like to add this comment. Actually, in her first attempt, Joshma previously told that she was not able to manage her time. I mean, she had to rush in part A, for example, as well as in part B and C. And so she was able to manage her time in her recent attempt, which was one of the main reasons why she was able to get her desired scores as well. And the other thing is that the materials that she has practiced previously weren't having great difficulty levels, but this time the quality of the materials was at the expectation levels, okay, in relation to the exam. That could be another reason. And I can still remember, Joshma, that you were sending me the messages stating that you are not able to complete the examination with the minimum score I asked you to do, isn't it? In part A, you are always saying
Yes.
you were able to get only 16 or 17, not 18 or 19. It's very rare. That's what you told. But with my
Yes, sir.
materials, I'm pretty sure even if you get 17 or 16, that is going to boost your confidence levels in the actual examination. And I'm pretty sure the examination question papers are going to be easier than the ones I have shared with you. And I'm pretty sure you should be able to pass. And it happened just now. And you have made your history. You have written down the history in the OET.
A few moments later.
And I'm pretty sure you will be able to achieve your desired life in your dream country. I hope you will be coming to Australia sooner once you get the registration in New Zealand, because that has become a trend these days. Once people get their registration done in New Zealand, they always jump to Australia for better life. And I'm pretty sure you will be able to do the same as well. Sunita, do you have any other
Thank you, sir.
questions?
No, sir. Thank you so much.
All
Thank you,
right.
Joshna.
All right. Thank you
You're welcome.
so much, Joshma, for your time and sharing the tips. They are really great. I really appreciate them.